Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today I'd like to talk about WoW's 15th anniversary. As soon as you log in you'll get a pop-up telling you that you've earned the achievement WoW's 15th anniversary. You can see that on screen now. You'll also see that you now have mail. You can see the icon by your minimap, so you need to now find a mailbox to open the mail. You'll find a little blue box wrapped with a red ribbon from the development team. It's got a little letter thanking you for continuing to support the game, and make sure that you click the little box and add it to your inventory so you can open it up. Inside the box you'll find a few items to help you in your journey throughout the festival. The festival will finish a few days into January 2020. The first time you open a box, you'll find a pet inside, little Nefarian, so it's basically a small baby Deathwing model. You'll also find a token to click on, which will put a permanent buff for the duration of the anniversary event on your character. This will give you a boost to your reputation gains and your experience gains. You'll also find a firework, which can be used multiple times throughout the festival, and a quest, the timely invitation to go and see Chromie within the Caverns of Time. You will get a box on every one of your characters, so don't forget to add the experience and reputation buff to all of your characters that you're playing during the festival. Let's take a look at the firework animation. And let's head over to the Caverns of Time in Tanaris to meet with Chromie. Just inside the cave, we've just flown past a couple of portals, one to Orgrimmar and one to Stormwind. There they are. So it's easy for you to get back to your capital cities. You can of course fly down on one of the dragons, but I wanted to stop and take a look at all the decorations. So as you go down into the Caverns of Time, you can see all the banners for all of our racers, both the old ones and the new allied racers. Partway down the entrance you'll find an inn, and if you go inside you'll automatically start dancing because we've got a dance party going on in there. So if you feel that it's time to dance, go join in with the dance party! Yay! As we keep going down further into the cavern, you can see more of the banners for the allied racers. And if you look up in the sky, you can see there's lots of fireworks being let off as we enter. See all the fireworks? Pretty! And here you can see more and more of the banners. This is where you've got most of the allied race banners at the bottom end here. And then you come to some of the vendors. Here you can see there's a toy for 1000 time warped badges. The toy is the jar of sun-warmed sand. When you use it, it looks like you throw a handful of sand in the air and then it changes the skybox, so don't forget to go outside and look up at the sky if you have that toy. The waiter that you can find walking around has 3 different things that he sells you. These 3 beverages will all change something about you. One of them will turn you into a skeletal monkey, one will make you run faster, and the other one will change the skybox again for a limited amount of time. Most of the rest of the vendors are the normal vendors that you find inside the Caverns of Time. Next to the vendor hut that we were just at, you'll find a whole load of chrono crystals. These show you all the cinematics from the beginning of all the different expansions and the cinematics from a number of the raids. So you can come back and reminisce and take a look at all of those cinematics at your leisure. There's quite a lot of them actually there. Wow! 15 years does give you a long time to be able to add lots and lots of beautiful cinematics, and it's a great idea to be able to reuse them for the anniversary celebration. There's another waiter selling the drinks. There is the stage for the Tauren Chieftains, and at that graveyard just there, one of the other bands, which is actually all skeletal guys, will come and perform as well. One performs on the hour and the other one on the half hour. And we can turn in a timely invitation to Chromie. You can see she's stood on top of an hourglass. I think that's really sweet. When you turn in the timely invitation, then Chromie welcomes you to the special event, and she will offer you 2 different quests that you can complete. One of them will send you into battlegrounds, and the other one will ask you to go into old raids.
The timeways must be preserved.
And you can see she's got 3 dialogue boxes at the bottom for the 3 raids that she wants you to go back into. Each one of these will have 3 bosses in it, so that's 9 in total. How things really happened. You've come a long way over the years, Towerette, from humble beginnings, doing odd jobs, into saving Azeroth's very existence. You've done so much to ensure the safety of our world, but why should we just stand around trying to remember things? Let's just go back in time and relive all of the exciting bits again. Don't worry. In all of the millions upon millions of timeways, I'm sure I'll find one where you never die. Embark from the Caverns of Time with Chromie to defeat villains of the past, and she'll give you 500 time walking badges. She'll also give you a Soldier of Time. Once upon a time, the land of Altret Valley was fought over by the Horde and the Alliance. Well, actually, the battle is still ongoing, but let's take a look back to when the conflict was just beginning. Earn 500 honour in Cornac's Revenge. You'll get 10 marks of honour and 400 time warped badges. And you can queue for Cornac's Revenge in the PvP tab. And you can queue for the time walking event in the raid with Chromie. I'm trying to get a nice picture of her stood on top of her hourglass because there's so many people here it's kind of hard to see her. In the Group Finder tab under Player versus Player, you'll find Korak's Revenge, which is the special event battleground at the bottom of the page. And that's where you queue for the PvP event. And for the raid event you speak to Chromie. You can queue for all 3 of her raids at the same time, or you can choose just to queue for 1 at a time. If you continue exploring in the Caverns of Time and go round to the right, you'll find that the Keeper of Time, Cole Dormy, says, "Welcome. I noticed that for some reason a lot of people really wanted to ring this gong, so I decided for our celebration I'd just bring a copy of it here. Go ahead, ring it till your heart is content." And it's the Scarab gong, of course, for the opening of Anchorage. And you can ring it as many times as you want. Sadly, we don't get the mount, but you can still ring it, and it is kind of fun and kind of cathartic to just click it. And to think the poor little Keeper of Time thinks that the reason everybody wanted to ring it was just because they like to ring a gong. Poor girl just kind of missed the event idea, didn't she? Everybody wanted the mount, dear, not necessarily to ring the gong. And you'll also find Leeroy Jenkins selling his spicy fried chicken, which is kind of funny. If you know the Leeroy story, the original player that this character's named after walked away from his raid group to cook some chicken while they were explaining how to do the event, and then raced inside, pulled all the mobs and got everybody killed. So Leeroy is now selling spicy chicken at the event in the Caverns of Time. Near Leeroy's booth you'll find the 2 historians, Duper for the Horde and Law for the Alliance, and they will offer 2 quests. A Time to Reflect and the Originals. The Originals quest asks you to defeat Lord Kazak in Blasted Lands, Azhagos in Ajara, and one of the Dragons of Nightmare, whichever one is up on that day, at one of the portals to the Emerald Dream. This quest is a one-time quest for the event and has been repeated for the last couple of anniversaries. It's that same quest come back again. The other quest is A Time to Reflect, where they ask you to answer one of their lore questions correctly. The 2 lore guys can be a little bit temperamental about actually giving you a quest, so you might have to click from one to the other until one of them will offer you a lore question to be able to answer it. Raismen and Bristleboar are 2 feuding tribes of which race? Quillboar. Some of the questions are easy, some of them are quite hard, so don't get upset if you don't know the answers. But you get 5 time warped badges, and that quest can be repeated once a day for the duration of the event. And you'll find the Timely Trinkets vendor who will sell you some of the rewards that we've had in past anniversary events, like the Corgi Pup and the Corgi Goggles, if you didn't pick them up in previous years. On the other side of the arena here, look, you can see the 2 goal posts and the ball, which is Khadgar's head for the Khadgar football event. Bring your friends around and you can kick Khadgar's head around to your heart's content. And there always seems to be a Blingatron fighting match going along as well. And of course, don't forget to look up, because you can see the dragons flying around and you can see the fireworks being let off all the way across the skybox. Stood next to Chromie, you'll also find a balloon vendor. Sadly, none of these are toys, they're all on-use items that once you've used up the charges disappear. There's 2 balloons, one for the Alliance, one for the Horde. You can see one on the screen with the 15 and the colourful balloons. You get blue for the Alliance and red for the Horde. And you can also buy a sharpened pin, which has 5 charges, which will allow you to pop other people's pins, so you can go around and annoy your friends who've paid lots of money for their beautiful balloons. Or you can add lots of balloons to the arena and decorate up for the event. Wish it was a toy though, I really do. Here I managed to catch a little bit of footage of the Blight Ball band, which plays at the graveyard. This is the Undead band, and if you look at the graves you can see that there are arms up kind of dancing out of the graves, and the drummer, look, is just a pair of hands beating up on the drum kit, which I thought was kind of cool and a bit crazy. So don't forget to look for the bands if you come down to the event. And of course, don't forget to come and play Khadgar football. So here we've got the red goal post. As you can see, it's got a red light when you get close to the goal. And then in the opposite direction you can see we've got blue light. So you set up your teams and decide which way you're going to go. And then you just run at the ball, which is, as I said, Khadgar's head in a globe. And Khadgar will make some comments at you as you're playing with him. Like, leave me alone, and what have I done to you, and this is not fair. And you can actually make it a 3D battle. If you all mount on flying mounts, you'll find that you can kick the goal in midair. Here's my friend Kayleen on her mount. She seems to be really good at this game. I don't seem to be terribly good at it. And she has found that you can go up in the air and kick it while you're in the air. There she goes, showing you how to do the job. So you can have some fun with your friends playing around with Khadgar football. Don't forget that this is here during the event, and just have a load of fun. Queue with Chromie for 3 different time walking raids. One for Outland, one for Northrend, and one for Cataclysm. Each of these raids contains 3 bosses, so that's 9 in total, but you don't fight through the entirety of the fights. just basically through one phase of each fight, so that you can kind of reminisce about the historical development of the raids throughout the game. Once you've done that, you'll earn an achievement and you can turn in Chromie's quest.
I guess Ragnaros came back to our world a little too soon. Oh, I just love slowing down the time.
The achievement is called Memories of Fell, Frost and Fire, which references the 3 expansions, and it is completing this achievement which opens up the mount. You'll find the mount will be sent to you in the mail, so go find a mailbox to pick it up. The letter in the mail says, "Hey, great job out there. I hope those memories weren't too scary. You left this behind in the memory of the cataclysm. I'm not sure how it came to be. Memories are often hazy and the magic is, imprecise. You should take it with you, Chromie." And there you learn the Obsidian World Breaker by picking it up off your mail. So let's jump on board and take a look at our new beautiful, made in the image of Nefarian or Deathwing. There you go, the Obsidian World Breaker from the achievement Memories of Ice, Fell and Fire. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful mount. Definitely worth doing the event for. And it doesn't take that long actually to do it. If you're lucky enough to get a group of people who know how to do the fights, it can be done extremely quickly. So good luck with getting your mount too. Isn't that beautiful? A second mount is available during the event. This is the PvP mount. If you go to the PvP tab, you can see Korak's Revenge, which is the old style AV battle, is available just for the special event. If you put your cursor on the little circle, it says earn 200 timed warped badges from doing quests and participating in Alterac Valley Classic. And you can see my bar is currently at 11%. And you can see that an Alliance person will earn the Storm Rage Battle Ram. And for the Horde, it's a wolf. If you earn it on the Alliance or on the Horde, you will unlock both faction mounts. And there are lots of quests available. For instance, collect armour scraps, capture a mine, collect supplies, take a bunker, and they'll all earn time warped badges towards your goal. I completed this event on my Alliance Warlock, and here you can see her proudly riding her Stormpike battle ram. It's a different model to the old Alterac Valley ram. It's got different armour on it, so if you compare the two, they are different. And there you can see its emote is to rear up on its hind legs. And here is my Horde character on the wolf, and you can see that she has not completed the achievement Alterac Valley of Old, but she does have access to the Frostwolf Snarler. So you don't have to do the event on both an Alliance and a Horde. Both mounts will be unlocked just by completing the event once. Here you can see the Frostwolf Snarler. Again, it's based on the old wolf model from the AV mounts, but the armour is again different. So if you've got the old model and the new one, they both look different. Isn't that beautiful? Hope you have a great time with this event yourselves. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!